Hi guys, it's Emily from Novell Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the Scottish Patter tag. Now I believe this was created by Sarah at Sadie Reed. I was tagged by Ange at Angie's Book Chatter, and I think Amy from Amy's Book BookTube with Amy, but I'm not sure. And I'm pretty sure some other people have tagged me because I'm that bad at remembering who's tagged me to do these. But I'm going to do my best at this. Some of the words I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce right. I've got hay fever as it is again, so I don't know how I'm going to do at this. But I thought this would be quite a good laugh, and what a video to end the month on. There are some sneaky peeks in this video for my wrap up. So, but I have tried to pick some new answers for some of these books, so that's what I thought I'd try and do. Anyway, let's get on with it and see if you can all laugh. First one, easy. Alright pal, greeting terms of endearment. Tag 4 people you would like to do this tag. Now because I'm a bit late in the day doing it, it is hard to do this, so I've tried to pick 4 people. Feel free to do it. First one is, the first person I'm going to tag is Charlie from Charlie Brooke, who is my sister, who's back on BookTube, and I checked with her. Watch out, you're going to be hearing a lot more about her in a lot more videos. Check her out, she's back to BookTube after about 2 or 3 years. Want her to do this. The next one is Charlie from Charles Heathcote. Well, I haven't tagged him. Thought 2 Charlies. Nice and dead easy to tag. Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Write. I thought you'd be quite good at doing this. And then lastly, Nikki from Red Dot Reads. Because, well, I haven't tagged her in a while, so thought I would do that. So here we go. Let's do some harder ones. Prompt number 2. Did you? Did you? Scottish said when you don't believe someone. Did you? When you don't believe someone, name a memoir or biography that you wouldn't have believed in fiction. Found this quite hard because I don't read many memoirs and biographies, and you're going to all hate me when I say this one. It is I Am by Maggie O'Farrell. Now Maggie O'Farrell, I love her books. I've read so many of them and I thought they were all great. But it's a bit too, there's too many like things that could have happened to her, and I thought, is that really real? Though don't get me wrong, a lot of my stuff that's happened to me, I've done a fair few of the ones of hers, but again, it was a bit like, oh my goodness, yeah, not really the most believable memoir, but there you go, that's just me, that's my personal choice. I know a lot of other people have loved it. Number 3, Awan Blahead? I don't know, I'm not saying any of these right. Anger, frustration, telling someone who's talking nonsense to get lost, a book that made you angry. Well, you all know that one, The Woman Who Went to Bed for a Year. It's the only book I've ever thrown in the bin, so that was how mad it made me. So, yeah, that was bloody awful. It's the worst book ever. It's an easy answer for that one. Now this one I can say, I think. Having a Scooby? Nonplussed, when you don't have a clue. A book you couldn't follow or one you don't understand the popularity of. This is really controversial. I'm really sorry. The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. I'm reading that at the moment, the day of filming this. I'm filming this on the 21st and I'm not liking it. Struggling to follow it. Don't really get it. But yet so many people I know have loved it and really enjoyed it. And it's just not for me. I'm really sorry. I get some of the characters. It's set in London in 1893 when Cora Seaburn husband dies. She steps into a new life as a widow with as much relief as sadness. Retreating to her countryside with her son, she encounters rumours of the Essex Serpent. Really not following it at all, not really grasping it. Glad when it's done. Belter. Oh, the next one I can do. Belter. Admiring, descriptive. When you think someone or something is amazing, a beloved character. Well, my favourite character of all time has got to be Anne from Anne of Green Gables. Although I am doing I'm doing a read along of her books at the moment, and the latter books I'm not liking her as much. But in the first book of Anne of Green Gables, I will always love Anne then. Her magic when she is a child is everything. My mum said she reminds me so much of her. That she was so much like what I was like as a child. Like, I was so much of her chatterbox, make-believe. Loved her, and I think that her as a child reminds me as a child, so I will always love Anne from the first book, Anne of Green Gables. Oh my goodness, this one's a funny one. Ball bag, scrotum based insult which can be affectionate. Welcome to Scotland. A hated character. Well, I thought I'd do a hated character that I love to hate. So, Heathcliff in Wuthering Heights. I hate him, but I love to hate him, if that makes any sense. You all know this is my favourite book of all time. You all know that I love Heathcliff. I hate him, but I love him because I hate him because he does so many evil things in this book. He is ridiculously evil. Like, he just is the worst. But I love to hate him. And there was also a character in David Copperfield, and I can't remember his name, Uriah Heep. He is another hated character. Oh, I should have said him. Uriah Heep in David Copperfield he's a bastard. He's an absolute bastard. He's one I hate. But so I've kind of got two answers. I haven't done a video with two answers for a while. So yeah, Uriah Heep and Heathcliff. The next one, Tusha. I've not said that right at all. Description: a person who comes from the Highlands. A book taken from off the beaten track of your country. And this one, I've got a bit of a different answer. I read this at the start of the year, Little Wing by Freya North. And this is actually set in the Isle of Harris. So that is in the Outer Hebrides. So I thought that'd be quite a good one. I really loved this book. It was another tandem book. And oh my goodness, my copy of this is absolutely gorgeous. I need to reread this next year, I think, because it's actually that really good. And you can see, there you go. This is pictures of that, and it is such a gorgeous book. It's a dual timeline. I think it's a three timelines, and it's by Freya North, and it was set. A lot of the book is actually mainly set in the Isle of Harris, which is in the Outer Hebrides, and it is gorgeous. It's totally off the beaten track. The pictures in this were absolutely beautiful, and it's one of the most gorgeous hardbacks. Like I said, I literally love these pictures, and it really is off the beaten track. The Outer Hebrides couldn't be more off the beaten track. So. And it's a really good book. I really loved it. It's one of my first Freya North books, and I tell you what, it's one of my favourites. So that's a good answer to that one. I might use that prompt. I need to use that book more for prompts. Next answer. Next prompt, number 8. Pure Baltic. A description: very cold. A book set in a cold location. You can also have a rainy option with Dreid. I thought I'd go with one I haven't said in a while, which is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This is set far off the beaten track, and this is set in, I think it's like, where is it, Norway, or I really can't even remember where it's set, but it's bloody cold somewhere. Oh, Northern Iceland. And it's where Agnes whatever, I can't say her name, has been removed from her homeland's furthest reach from an isolated farm in the Northern Iceland to wait execution. Horrified at the prospect of housing a horrified murder, the family of the farm avoids Agnes. Her arrival threatens the peaceful rhythm of their life. So it's set in somewhere very cold. Okay, it's a really nice book. It was a really sort of upsetting book, but it was really good. So I thought that was really good. So yeah, that's somewhere very Baltic. Northern Iceland couldn't get much colder, could you? Taps Off. I think Taps Off. And that's the next one, number 9. Description of weather: joy, exultation, when it's sunny and warm enough to strip off. Rare. A perfect summer read, or your most inappropriate beach read. Well, a perfect summer read, I thought I'd go with a book I've just finished, but it's perfect summer read because it's A Secret Summer Seaside Escape. Set in the summer. Heidi Swain, which you know is one of my new favourite authors that I love. It's brilliant. It's got disability rep in it, so obviously you know I'm going to love it. It's set in the seaside. It's set in Weymouth, which is in Norfolk. Off the beaten track in some ways, Norfolk, but it's gorgeous, full of sun, friendships, romance. Brilliant. Loved it. Perfect summer read. Right, now here we go. Greeting. An action crying? What would you rather cry more about? What would you cry more about? Never being able to reread your favourite book, or never being able to read anything you've not read before? That would either which one of those would make me cry, because you know me. But to be honest, the idea of never being able to read a new book would kill me, because I love the adventures. I love picking up new books. I love going into new worlds. I find it so exciting, and I absolutely love it. Right, go in yourself. Encouragement, go for it. A book that lived up to the hype, or does hype shape your feelings about a book? yes, hype really does, because I think for me, hype sort of sometimes puts me off books. It really does scare me, because I'm really never quite sure how I'm going to feel about a book, and if it doesn't live up to hype, I feel really, really guilty. So, but a book that did live up to hype was Shuggie Bain. You're going to hear more about this book, because I read this at the start of the year. You're going to hear more about it in my top books of the year so far, because it really lived up to hype. It was amazing, incredible, emotional. It was probably one of the best books I've read ever, so hint for the favourite books of the year so far. And it really did live up to hype, but hype does make me petrified about picking up a book, because the idea of letting people down scares me. I don't ever like to pick up books that let me down. Right, and I can barely read my writing on this last prompt. Alright, get it loudy. Description or behaviour to get really carried away in the moment. Shout out about a book you don't think enough people have read. Our Doris by Charles Heathcote. Well, it's the Charles Heathcote I'm tagging in this video, and yeah, it's his first book in the Our Doris series. You should all read it. Love it. It's one of my funniest books, favourite books ever. So that's it. I've done 12 prompts in quite a quick time, so it's not going to be a long video. But even if I've not tagged you and you want to do it, please do it. Support Sarah from Sadie Reed. She's lovely. Support all my Scottish friends out there. And enjoy the book. Hope this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed, ring on my ding-a-ling. And lastly, let me know what your answer to the last prompt would be. A book that you don't think people have read enough. Because that, I think, is always great to hear about new books. And I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.